We're going to read. We're going to read to the kids. I know. I told you during our last book about Marisol McDonald that he was knocking at the door because he knew I was reading to you. So I found this book in the spring, and I read it toward the end of the year, and I, of course, fell in love with it because it's a book. But Strictly No Elephants by Lisa Mantchev, illustrated by Taein Yu. And the reason I love this book is because sometimes authors of books hide lessons without telling us what lesson they're teaching us, and we kind of have to work to figure it out a little bit. The books we've read so far have been really kind of forward with the lesson. It's okay to be different. Let's include people. Friendship, kindness, being different, all of those lessons. This is a book that kind of hides the lesson a little bit because there's an element of fantasy to this. Strictly No Elephants. I'll see if I can get through this without him barking. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. If I look at the cover, do you think they're happy or sad? Strictly No Elephants. No one else has an elephant. I see a lot of pets in this picture, but only one elephant. Every day I take my elephant for a walk. His is a very thoughtful sort of walk. What's the saying? Elephants never forget. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much. I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do. Lift each other over the cracks. That's what friends do. They lift each other over things that are scary. Maybe this is one of the things that the author's trying to tell us. Today I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day and everyone will be there. Come along, there's a good boy. I coax him the last few feet. It'll be fine. I think the elephant might be nervous and scared. Maybe. When I look up, there's a sign on the door. Keep this picture in your mind. There's a sign on the door. We wondered if they were sad. Now we kind of get a glimpse at what their faces look like. Strictly No Elephants. My tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do. Brave the scary things for you. How does elephant look? Not very happy. The word brave, we use it a few different ways. So, during the first week of school, we read When You Are Brave. And brave described sometimes how we feel or how we try to make ourselves feel. I'm going to be brave. In this case, brave is an action. I'm going to brave the scary things. I'm going to brave the forest. I'm going to brave the seas. It's not that I myself am brave. Brave is an action. There are no words on this page, but this reminds me of that book, A Dog with Shoes. How the artist really highlighted two colors. It's more than two colors here, but the illustrator is kind of making everything else bland and highlighting these two things right here. Did you try to go to the pet club meeting too? The girl asks. Yes, I say, but they don't allow elephants. The sign didn't mention skunks, the girl says, but they don't want us to play with them either. They don't know any better, I tell her. He doesn't stink, the girl adds. No, he doesn't, I agree. What if we start our own club? Come along, I say, making certain that my tiny elephant follows me. Because that's what friends do. Never leave anyone behind. Just look up in this window. What kind of animal is that? It's a penguin. It's a pretty neat pet. It wasn't one of the pets we saw in the window on one of the earlier pages. There are no words on this page either. I see a swordfish, a penguin, a porcupine, a skunk, a bat, an armadillo. We can play here, one of our new friends says. All of us. So we paint our own sign. But this sign is pretty interesting. At first it says strictly no. Strangers spoil sports, but then they cross it out and say all are welcome. All are welcome? I seem to remember a book that we read earlier, first week of school, All Are Welcome. So instead of excluding anyone, even if it's something they didn't like no spoil sports, no one enjoys a spoil sport, but why say a spoil sport can't join you? All are welcome. My tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them. Because elephants never forget. Because that's what friends do. Friends give you directions if you need them. Friends brave the scary things for you. And friends lift you over the cracks.